This unit is Design a User Engagement Journey. It's the final unit on the User Engagement module. My name is Jeff Alhadeff. You're welcome to join me as I work my way through this unit. If I come across anything that seems confusing or needs a little explanation, in my opinion, I'll link to it in the description below, so you can check that out. If not, you're more than welcome just to listen to me as I read this through and discuss it out loud so it makes sense to myself and maybe helps you. Okay. This learning objective. Describe the aha moment. That's a little general. But okay. Use M.A.P to write effective user engagement content. Storyboard your user engagement journey. Aha. You may know it as the eureka moment or the light bulb moment, but in the user engagement space, the ultimate goal for any piece of guidance is to deliver an aha moment. This is the moment when a user first recognizes value in your product or solution. That's actually cool. I like that graphic. That's a light bulb, but it was done well. You want users to immediately, completely, and clearly understand the value of new information to them and their job. Aha moments make the information sticky in a user's mind. I don't like things that are sticky. Okay? Like honey. I don't like sticky. So making information sticky in my mind is like, moving on. So they start using it right away. That's a pretty high bar. But remember what we said earlier about users. They want actionable, relevant information. They don't want their... Should that have been a colon? They don't want their workflow interrupted without good reason. They don't want to be sold to. So to get that aha moment, let's give them actionable and relevant content that's worth the time to read. Information that maximizes users' experience and efficiency. What's it? Information that makes their job easier. Information that brightens light bulbs above heads. Aha moments usually happen during onboarding, but can and should reoccur as the user grows and becomes increasingly proficiently. But it doesn't happen without a little planning, so let's get started. Think of user engagement journeys in 4 phases. Onboarding, say hello and make users feel welcome. Feature adoption and discovery. Get users excited about the latest and greatest features. Help and troubleshooting support. Sorry. Come on. Support users with minimally disruptive, relevant content. Deeper learning. Help users learn more about complex concepts or tasks. In my previous job, I created training on Google Apps. And one of the things that we always thought we really wanted to do was maybe we should create training on Salesforce. Because after all, just a much bigger market. And anyhow, we never did it because Salesforce is could be so customized. And basically this feature is doing what we thought our product should do. But, those look familiar, right? They are the user engagement scenarios described as phases in the user engagement journey. Because Salesforce and your company are constantly innovating, the phases aren't linear. Instead of thinking of a timeline, consider each phase a series of events the user encounters again and again as they go along in their work. Now that you're pretty familiar with the scenarios and phases, you begin to understand what your users need in each phase. Ask yourself, what is the most helpful information I can offer at this stage? Focus on the top use cases and those aha moments. What changes have impact on users? Highlight those changes so users can stay up to date. Do different users require different information? Consider familiarity with the product and industry, motivation level, and product complexity. Then tailor the help to the user's role or goals. Before long, you'll have a document or set of documents listing all the topics you want to cover. For example, in an onboarding strategy for new sales users, you might want to cover these topics: tips and tricks for finding recent items, including search and favorites. Tips and tricks for finding recent items, search and favorites? Or is search and favorites a type of recent item? Not clear. Instructions for changing apps through the app launcher. Right? Instructions for personalizing the navigation bar and list views. Quick start guides for productivity features, such as notes, tasks, and calendar, and reporting, including dashboards. Okay, now that you know what you want to cover, you can create individual elements. Let's start by mapping it out. M.A.P. it out. Identify the message, audience, and purpose of your content. The message is what you're telling your users. The audience is who you're addressing. The purpose is why you've chosen to communicate the message. This is a good table. Learn how to pin, switch, and customize list views with just a few clicks. All users. Tech basic skills for list views. Keep deals moving forward with Path and Kanban. All sales users. Encourage the use of Path and Kanban. Why do you want to encourage that? I don't like these whys. Encourage use of why. Who cares? Is their life any different? Better? Bookmark your most used records with favorites. The purpose of pinning and switching and customizing list views is so people can find the information they're looking for. Use Path and Kanban to organize your sales opportunities and improve your close rate and time to close. And bookmark your most used records with favorites. Revisit your information quickly. Okay, I couldn't resist, so I rewrote these just because I was having fun and a little bit bored. But basically, if you do the inspect little thing, you can then put in the text that you would like to see there. But yeah, these would be the purpose, I think, as to why I would want to know these things, where the purpose would be. Okay, when you're defining your audience, you may want to see if you can get even more specific than a person's role at a company. Is your target audience beginners, advanced users, or somewhere in between? Existing users need flows for new features, and active users need flows that refamiliarize them with the product. The purpose is your reasoning for taking time. The purpose section is your reason for taking the time to create content. What will your guidance achieve? Although you may have shared purpose with your audience, you may not say the purpose in your message. When writing your purpose, specify the phase, such as onboarding, feature adoption, troubleshooting, or deeper learning. This helps you define the purpose and pick the right way to deliver the message. When you've chosen the best user engagement component to use, you can tailor your message to fit the format. The next step is to write out what you want your target user to learn, understand, or achieve. Craft your message to focus on this objective. Make an impact right away by highlighting the value to the reader in the header or title. Consider the FACE principles for effective content: friendly, upbeat, and engaging; accurate, to build trust; concise; educational. I like FACE. Usually, you end a message with a call to action. Sometimes the call to action is an acknowledgement. For example, when you announce that changes are coming to the app soon, there's no real action to take other than to click "Got it" or "OK," by which the user says, "I've read this." More commonly, an app guidance will ask the user to do something. Open a wiki or a PDF file, try a new feature or enhancement, complete a few steps to set something up, watch a video to learn more. Be thoughtful about when choosing the action. Most people don't want to interrupt their workflow, so pick a resource that gives them the information they need at the moment. Users may even want to refer to the information later. So, if possible, let them know about a secondary source for the information in case they don't have time at the moment. Because they're so easy to access, help menus are great ways to store tips are a great way to store. Oh, great. What? Because they're so easy to access, help menus are a great way to store tips on using critical features, getting started guidance, and opportunities for learning for deeper learning. Here's an example of a prompt for path and Kanban awareness. Explore how get on the path to success. Explore the path and Kanban view can help you track, manage, and update your records. Here's an example of a welcome mat for first-time Lightning experience users. Now they've got a bunch of guidance and some ideas about where it should be in the user engagement journey, but it's hard to envision how it fits together. That's where storyboarding can help. It's low-tech, quick way to visualize the user engagement story you're building for yourself and for sharing with others. You don't need to be an illustrator to draw situations and elements of your learning journey. If you can draw squares and arrows, you are ready for the user engagement storyboard. If a pen and paper aren't your style, Salesforce has a downloadable sketch kit of common symbols you can use. Check out the Lightning Design System link in the resource section. Start by drawing a wireframe for each component, then connect them together based on how the user will encounter them for a focus on a series of moments spread over time rather than isolated features here and there. Cool, getting a light bulb. This is a cool graphic. Good done. Good job, team. Path A, Path B, default. Cool. Now that you know a little more about the user engagement in general and Salesforce user engagement components in particular, you're ready to kickstart or reevaluate your user engagement strategies to take advantage of all that Salesforce has to offer you and your users. Let's take a look at this. Oh, look at this. They follow the same. Yeah, I'll download the sketch kit. It's cool. Okay, let me see how I did on this quiz. Yeah, confetti. That was cool. This is downloading and it's going to take a while, so thanks for watching this.